continuing on with athletics, and we are doing relays, hurdles and middle distance. How are we going to do that, you ask? Well, quite simply. So we've got a running day today. Again, we're just using a short distance of cone, so you don't need a long space to do it for you at home. So you'll be able to find that space. It's just our 5 long steps again. If we were going to districts or division, or we're doing our little athletics carnival at school, we would be doing the following events. We would do a relay, so a 4x100 metre relay, which is 1 lap around the oval by 4 people. We would do a hurdle sprint, which is just down the straight 100 metre hurdles, and we will do 2 middle distance runs, which is at 800 metres and at 1500 metres. Okay, so we're not going to do any of those things today, but we are going to do some training for it. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is our warm-up, very similar to what we've done previously. So let's get into that. All right, forward and backward twice. Maybe today I'll do them once so that you all know to do them twice. All right, so we've got our bounding. Turn and jog back. Do that twice. Then we've got our bound skip. Turn and recover. Then today we've got a side step. Jog and return. And when we do that, we do that twice. And then we've got heel, heel, toe, toe, high knee, high knee. Heel, heel, toe, toe, high knee, high knee. Jog to return, do that twice. All right, 10 back kicks and a sprint. And return, do that twice. All right, scoot leg and a swing. So scoot, scoot. Swing, swing. That was scoot, swing. And do that twice. All right, Superman or Superwoman, whichever you are. Turn. We'll take a lunge twist. So back knee drops and twist both ways. And return. And then we're going to open and shut the gates. When we open and shut the gates, all we're doing is bring our knee out in front and we open the gate, all right? So we open the gate, both sides. And for us to shut the gates, we start with our gate shut and then we bring it back to the middle. So we return by shutting our gates. So just to begin with, remember when we do all of our running, we've practiced our crouch starts, okay? So remember our crouch starts is 1 leg out in front, 1 leg behind, both bent, opposite arm and opposite knee. That's how we're starting all of our running today, okay? Alrighty, so let's start off with our relay training. Obviously we can't do relays because we're obviously not a team. But what I want you to do is just do some curve running for today. And curve running is really just practicing curve running. So when we run in a relay, we have to run around bends of an oval. So we're just going to do a little drill to practice that to start with, okay? So we're going to set out your either coloured drink bottles or water bottles or jumpers. So you just need 5 separate drink bottles or jumpers, but they need to be different colours, or even pieces of paper, or 5 different balls, whatever you have at home. So I'm just going to set up my cones. I've set up my cones. Now you can do this with a sibling or with a parent, and the idea is that you're going to start about 10 paces away in the middle from when those cones are. So I'm going to pause the video now and just reset so you can see what I mean. And then what's going to happen is your sibling or your parent, or if you're on your own, you can call out the colour, is you run straight towards the colour and you have to turn around the cone and return, okay? And we did a bit of pace running the other day, so I want you to do this at around about 75 to 80%, all right? Okay. Okay, so you can see my curved cones. I'm going to take 10 paces and start from 10 paces away, and then you'll hear me call the colour, and then you'll understand what I mean about running around the cones, all right? So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, white. Orange. So run straight to the cone, take a nice wide circle around it, and turn. Blue. Okay, that's your relay running. So that drill there, I want you to do that 10 times, have a rest for 30 seconds, and do it 10 more times. Okay, our hurdles component. So I've set up you can use 5 of those coloured jumpers or drink bottles behind me. The idea with this one is just to really step out your hurdle space. Definitely don't be jumping over hurdles in your home, even if you have permission. Not on my time. I don't need any crashes at home with hurdles. So we are going to just use these cones, and then I'm going to show you another little activity you can do with a chair. But again, we're not jumping over it. We're just going to be techniquing around it. Okay, so what I've got first of all is our cones. Hurdles is a rhythmical activity that requires you to take a certain amount of steps between each hurdle. So the first activity I want you to do is just stepping 3 steps between the cones and accentuating your lead leg. What is a lead leg? A lead leg is the first leg over the hurdle. So when you go over the hurdle, your lead leg will extend out in front. Okay, like you're stepping over the hurdle. That's your lead leg, okay? Your trail leg is the one that follows, and the trail leg does not jump behind it. It actually comes around and across it, okay, in a hurdle type action. So let's try that again. This is our lead leg, okay? Our trail leg comes out and over the top of the hurdle, all right? So we're just gonna practice that between the cones, and I just want you to walk through the cones 6 times, so up and back 3 times. Times 2, if that makes sense. All right, let's do that. So all I want you to do is 1, 2, 3, accentuate the front leg behind. The trail leg follows. 1, 2, 3, accentuate, and behind. 1, 2, 3, accentuate behind. Let's see it on the return. 1, 2, accentuate the front leg, come around behind. 1, 2, accentuate the front leg, trail leg comes behind. 1, 2, comes behind. All right, so just really exaggerating that lead leg and the trail leg as you move through those cones. So again, just walking through it, a lead leg and a trail leg. That's your first hurdle activity. Next ones, I just need you to find a low chair or a low bench or something that you can work with. You'll see by the demonstration. All right, your second hurdle activity is with a chair. Now, a chair doesn't mean I want you to jump over the chair, absolutely not. You are going to take 4 steps, then bring your lead leg over the chair. Turn around, take 4 steps and come back. All right, you're gonna do that 4 times, and then you're gonna practice with your trail leg. Okay, so what it looks like is this. Let's put it that way. So, we're just going along beside it. So 1, 2, lead leg goes over, trail leg behind. 3, 4, turn around. 1, 2, lead leg goes over, 3, 4, behind, okay? 1, 2, lead leg goes over, accentuates, 3, 4, and again, 1, 2, lead leg accentuates over, 3, 4. All right, now we're going to do the trail leg. So you'll step behind and the trail leg goes over. So if you want to challenge yourself a little bit, remember we're not jumping. I'm going to use the high side of the chair for my trail leg. So it's 1, 2, trail leg, 3, 4. 1, 2, there's my lead leg that goes, trail leg that follows. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so that's your second hurdle activity. Just accentuating the lead leg and the trail leg comes over. Good job. Okay, we're into our middle distance part of the unit today, and I'd like to introduce you to my guest athlete, Mr. Packham, who's ready to take on the challenge of our interval running. He's suitably warmed up and ready to go. All right, I've set out my 5 water bottles, coloured jumpers, whatever they might be, and the part of this activity is, for your first cone, you are going to be going at least 80%. Remember, we practiced our pace running. Your second cone is a recovery, the Lux shuttle runs. Our third cone is 80%, our fourth cone is a recovery, and our fifth cone is 80%. And you see I've even got some student noise to really help motivate you today. All right, so give yourself about 10 paces again, and off we go. 80%, thanks, Mr. Packer.
Okay.
And return.
And then running.
Yes.
Okay.
And recovery, cone 2. Recovery, jog, slow jog.
Okay.
And back you go.
Okay. I'm getting the hang of this.
And 80% on the cone 3.
Okay.
And return at 80%.
Okay.
And recovery on cone 4. Recovery. And last cone, Mr. Packham, sprinting at 80%.
Okay. Sprinting.
And return. Okay. So, did you get that? First cone is sprinting at 80%. Second cone, recovery, jogging. Third cone, 80%. Fourth cone, recovery. Fifth cone. Now, you're going to have a 1-minute rest, Mr. Packham, and you're going to do that another 4 times. That's your middle distance training today, Mr. Packham. All right, enjoy.